Hello Virgo, thank you for tuning in to your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Velima Tarot. It's by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, we're going to use the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Okay. Already shuffled. Let's see what we got. Okay. Like, nope, nope. All right. So the first thing I'm pulling into is not action, but like what you're thinking. You're going into a situation. Well, are you going into it, or is it just like where you currently are with the situation? Because it feels more like where you currently are. Whatever the situation is we're touching on, it's starting off with the Six of Swords and the Isis inspiration, which the two of these together makes me feel like you're kind of having that inner feeling like it's time to let something go. But I feel like this is more, I don't feel like you're letting a person go. I feel like you're letting some type of like a position, or like you have an opinion about something like that. You've been holding strong to where you stand with on something. Like it feels opinion based, and you're just kind of like, you know what, I'm just going to let it go, because it just seems to be more and more of a problem. It's just something I constantly have to deal with. I constantly have to stand my ground with this, and I feel like you're kind of like going through it like, you know what, it's just this constant battle isn't working for me. So it's not really what I want, but I feel like for my own sanity, I'm just gonna let it go. And the Isis inspiration next to this is kind of like it's urging you to do that. It's not about being right or wrong. It's just kind of like this uphill battle. You're just kind of like, it's just constantly an uphill battle, and you're just, what am I getting out of it? I feel like that's the brass tacks of it. Like, what am I getting out of this? More, just constantly more aggravation. All right, so that's where you're starting. You're just kind of like, you know what, I'm just going to let this go. It's not really what I want, but I'm sick of the aggravation. It's just a constant uphill battle that's getting me nowhere. Now, whoever you're dealing with, or whatever situation, because I'm not connecting to a person. It could definitely be a person, but whatever the situation is, let's do that. Because even if it is a person, it's a specific situation. It's a specific opinion or place you're standing in regards to this situation. I'm getting like you got the Seven of Pentacles with the friendship coming in. I'm getting you're having a talk, and you're releasing your stand where you are. Again, it's not something you really want, but you're sick of the uphill battle. You're just like, I'm getting nowhere. It's just constant aggravation. It's not stopping. So you're having this talk with whoever. It feels like a person, but it's more situational. So whatever's going on here, you're talking this out with at least one person. Let's do that. And you're slowly letting go. Because I don't feel like you're just going to like drop it like a hot rock. I feel like you're slowly letting go. And I feel like you're letting this other person, like, you're giving in slowly. And this other person could be more than one, but whoever you're talking with about this situation, it feels very situational. I don't know. It's not like directly this person, it's the situation. It's very situational. You're just kind of having this talk, like you're backing off, you're letting it go. You're sick of the uphill battle, and I feel like you're even addressing that. You're like, I'm sick of beating my head into a rock on this. It just keeps going. It just won't go away. So I'm relenting, because I'm just fed up with dealing with it. So I'm relenting, because I just want it to go away. I'm done. Or, you're sick of fighting it. So you get the Seven of Pentacles with the friendship. You're letting them know, whoever you're dealing with, like, it's not going to happen in 2 seconds. But you're going to slowly go that direction and see how it feels. But you're also like, if I really feel this is not a good thing, I'm going to change my mind, and just be aware of that. I feel like you're letting people know, like, I'm not just going to like throw caution to the wind here. I am giving in, but very slowly, because I'm not going to end up in a pickle over this. Now, the friendship is telling me there's a very calm, easy conversation about this. Like, you want to take it slow, you want to let go slowly. And I feel like whoever or whatever you're dealing with seems to be conducive with that. Good? Good. Now, I'm getting the Queen of Cups on your side, but you don't get caught up in the gender, like I always say with the court cards or any card that has a gender on it. It can be any gender. I'm getting with this, you're getting to the spot where you're kind of feeling, this is after you start letting go, that you're feeling a lot of relief, a lot of release, a lot of comfort, actually. Because I'm getting you're slowly letting this happen, and it's like your feelings are being honored. It's moving forward, you are letting go, you're continuing on that path, but I feel like you're getting that respect that you want from this. Is that correct? Yeah, is that not where we're really going? Is it where we're going? No. Where are we going? You're seeing the effect this is having, you letting go, and it's having a positive effect. All right, so we got that. I don't think, they're like, we don't want to go the route of respect. We want to go somewhere else with this. So you're seeing the benefit. You're seeing how this is working out. This seems to be going better than expected. And I feel like you're just, I feel like you're really, the Queen of Cups makes me feel there's this very quiet, loving feeling going on here. Like you're feeling good about the situation, but I don't feel like you're gushing about it, but it's just like everything is feeling a lot better. You're kind of like, well, I guess this isn't as bad as I thought it might have been. Whoever or whatever you're dealing with seems to be working a lot more positively than expected. You're liking this. You're feeling good about this, but I feel like you're kind of keeping it, you're keeping it to yourself. Okay. But you're liking it. The situation as a whole, I'm getting the Six of Wands. Like, this seems to be going very well for you. And the situation, whoever's involved with it along with you, I feel like you're succeeding. This is going very well. I'm getting this is actually turning out a lot better than you expected. And I'm feeling as you keep going forward, you're feeling better about this. You're feeling better about the letting go. You're feeling better about the direction you're heading. You're happy that you don't have to fight this uphill battle anymore. But you're still taking it slow because you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna run ahead. I just don't feel good about that. Slow and steady, but it'll get there. It'll be fine. And I feel like that's how you're feeling. And this is just in the beginning part of when you're letting go. That's when you're feeling this. It's very successful. It's very good. And I don't feel it changing in the sense of like the line of success. I feel like the success stays. But I'm getting like some creative energy flows in here in the middle. I'm getting this situation kind of morphs a little bit. That's what the creative in the middle right here, because it's in the action line. I'm getting this situation kind of morphs a little bit, kind of changes. I'm getting there's some tailoring to other people's needs, things like that. And I'm getting when this happens, you're still okay, but you go from the Queen to the Page of Cups. Because I feel like you're like, that's what I thought was going to happen. That's what I thought. Like, I feel like this is that part where, like, oop, there's my other shoe. Just dropped. There it is. But even though it drops, you're kind of like, you know what? It's still fine. No more uphill battle. It's really not that big a deal. I knew that was going to happen. Like, I feel like you're like, I knew it. I knew that other shoe was there. I knew that other shoe was there. But it's still the Page of Cups. You're still happy. You're still good. But you're kind of like, yep, this sounds about a little bit more on point with what I was thinking. Still happy, but still like, yeah, there's that other shoe. There's that other shoe. But even though that happens, I'm getting when this morphs, you seem to be able to impress upon the situation like, all right, fine, you made some changes. All right, fine. It's kind of, cause I feel like it's like that. Like, all right, you made some changes, but that's it. And I feel like whatever you're doing here, however you're coming, whatever the situation is, you're impressing upon it. Like, listen, I gave in for the main thing here, and you're all right. You made these changes, but that's it. If you make any more, I'm going back to the way I was. I'm going to dig in my heels again. So don't make any more changes. Don't be doing that. And I feel like you're impressing upon the situation. You're still conducive with it. Changes happened. You're like, all right, fine. You made these changes, but no more. Because if you make any more, I'm going back to the way I was. And you don't want that. I feel like that's what you're saying. A roundabout. Well, I can't put words in your mouth clearly, but something that fits that mold. All right. So I'm getting that happens. That's where your Justice card comes in, and that's right with it is the safe home protection. Because I feel like the situation is stabilizing, and you're impressing upon whatever this is, like, oh no, this is gonna, like, I understand changes had to be made, but that's it. Now, this is, lock it down. This is how it's gonna stay. You're like, we're not doing these changes every 5 minutes. You can just forget it. In fact, this is the last change. No more changes. Just keep it like this, lock it down, and I'll be fine. But you do that again, we're going back to the way it was. I'm not having it. No. And I feel like I don't feel like you're being hard to deal with at all. I just feel like you're making an impression. Like, I'm serious. Like, lock it down. You had to make your changes, okay, but this is where it stays. And I'm getting, that seems to be working. I'm getting justice and the safe home protection. I'm getting, like, this is working out. Everybody seems to be happy, including you. And the safe home protection, I'm feeling like this is the way it's going to stay. And it seems fairly comfortable. Fairly comfortable. You have to judge that for yourself, how fairly comfortable it really fits. Like, it's not stressing you. Let's put it that way. So it's fairly comfortable. Like, it is what it is, I know what it is, it's going to stay how it is, or we're going back to the way it was. I'm getting that over and over again, like, it's going to stay how it is, or we're going to go back to the way it was. So I feel like this ends well. And I'm getting, like, the purpose of this reading seems to be, for a lot of you, either you're considering letting go, or you've just let go, and you're wondering, like, how long is this going to last? Because there is some edits coming in, but I still feel like you're okay. I feel like it's going to end really well, to be honest with you. Still happy. From the Queen down to the Page of Cups, but that's still part of the Court of Cups. That's still happy. That's still good. Just not, you know, if you've got the Page and the Queen has a lot more going for her than the Page does, clearly. So, you know what I mean? But still good. Anything else? All right, I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.